channel Kumar Rakesh. Sorry, this is a Global Governance News TV, and you are watching Global Governance TV. I'm Kumar Rakesh. Just today, two news: one from the Congress and another from UK, United Kingdom, Lease Truss. Recently, I was in UK for the 2 weeks, and I have seen the politics of Britain, United Kingdom, very closely. Incidentally, uh, by chance, the Queen died, took the last breath on the 8th of September evening, declared by the UK government. But how before 2 3 days, Liz Truss and made the prime minister. So there is so many stories in UK circle. But today I'll just first part I'll focus on the Congress story, how Mr. Sivraj Party in Udit Raj like leader is going to against Sanatan Hindu religion with their thoughts and inputs and false so-called facts. But always Congress officially withdraw and detach themselves from the comment like anything. The Congress party has distanced from foreign investor Sivraj Patil after he landed in trouble for saying the Lord Krishna taught lesson on jihad to Arjuna during Mahabharata. And that was actually a book releasing program or biography of Mohsina Kidbai. So he just trying to appease as well as Mohsina Kidbai and appease the Muslim community. And if you say that really that was how just uttered the word. And at the event, discussion of jihad and religion of Islam comes to the fore when, despite having the right intention and doing the right things, nobody understands or reciprocates. Then it is said once one can use force. He added, it is not just in Quran but in Mahabharata also, as part in Gita. Sri Krishna also talks of jihad to Arjun, and this thing is not just in Quran and Gita but also in Christianity. If after explaining everything, people are not understanding, they are coming with weapons. When you cannot run, you cannot call that jihad, and you cannot call it wrong. This is what we understood, must be understood. There should be not be the concept of making people understand with weapons in hand. 87-year-old went on to say. BJP immediately reacted. Obviously, BJP spokesperson Azad Punawala said into it after AAP's Gopal Italia and Rajendra Pal Gautam not to be out in a Hindu hatred and vote bank politics. Congress Sivraj Patil says Sri Krishna taught jihad to Arjun. Congress coined Hindu saffron terror. Opposed Ram Mandir, questioned Ramji existence that Hindutva equal to ISIS. Punawala said. And really, the reaction was just last 2 days. And he added Hindu hatred not in a sanjog but a vote bank ka prayog. It is a deliberately ploy before Gujarat poll to polarize vote bank. Earlier, Zanevdhari Rahul Gandhi also said things about Hindutva, said a little less dangerous than Hindu groups. They would have blamed 2611 on Hindus. Containing Patil, Delhi BJP spokesperson Vinit Goenka, such appeasement politics by hurting Sanatan Dharma is unimaginable. Does INC President Kharge agree with this statement? And so the Bharat Tour mentality of INC India and Rahul Gandhi. So actually, if you see the mentality of Kharge, he already said, if you are strong, Mr. Narendra Bhai Modi, Sanatan will be the strong. And BJP national spokesperson Prem Shukla alleged that Congress has long been involved in conspiracy to Hindutva and Hindustan. On Friday, Patil clarified, saying that he was not on the used term jihad, news agency, and I quoted him saying, it is you who is calling it jihad. Would you call Krishna relation to Arjun jihad? No, that is what I said. Reacting to clarification, BJP spokesperson Shahzad Punawala said, after comparing Sri Krishna message to Arjun Holy Gita with jihad, now Sivraj Patil is defending his statement with excuses rather than outright apology. This shows the statement was not a sanjog but done for the vote bank prayog on instruction of Congress, hence they did not act. As per ANI, BJP MP Sudhashu Trivedi said, what Shivraj Patil said is symbol of their party perverse and disgusting mindset. Bal Gangadhar Tilak saw Karma Yoga, Shastra and Gita, and Mahatma Gandhi saw Anashakti Yoga. Already written in Mahatma Gandhi the book Anashakti Yoga. But people of Rahul Gandhi's Congress sees jihad in it. Distancing the party from remarks, Congress General Secretary and Communication in charge, Jairam Ramesh said, my senior colleague Shivraj Patil reportedly made some comments on Bhagavad Gita is unacceptable. After the all just protest from the all corners, BJP Congress was so cornered. Subsequently, he clarified the Congress stand is clear. Bhagavad Gita is a key foundation pillar of Indian civilization. Here is excerpt from Nehru's discovery of India. So he also tweeted with the excerpt. So he also shared the excerpt of the Gita from the former Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru. The message of Gita is not the sectarian or addressed to any particular school of thought. It is universal in its approach for everyone, Brahmin or outcast. All paths lead to me, it says. It is because of the universality that it has found favor with all classes in the school. The excerpt read. A little later, the environment minister tweeted how he's discovered the Gita. I learned Bhagavad Gita in my early teens and have had a lifelong fascination with its cultural and philosophical text, with a profound influence on Indian society over the ages. I wrote about this in my book, The Light of Asia, the poem that defined the Buddha. So there is so many stories on this, but I'll tell you the story of Mr. Shivraj Patil. He is a very special character of the Indian politics, and whatever say in Alok Sharma, the youth spokesperson of the party, in Hindi, if I repeat, बुढ़े हो गए हैं, he is not said like Satyana और बिना सोचे समझे बोल देते हैं, उनको आराम करना चाहिए. But this is a decency and grade of the also Congress that will be used the other word way. But this is also not good. Whatever he used the word for a senior leader, as he has already contributed in the Congress party. But this is the culture of Congress party. As Udit Raj said, the PM should be the Pracharak. He was Pracharak. He is Pracharak. He will be the Pracharak. What problem you have? Why are you making this story? What for? So I could not get it. Just why you just are going to anti-Hindu. Now more Muslims are also awakening now for the country, for the BJP. Time is going to change now. There is Muslim Rashtriya Manch is doing a lot for the BJP. This is the fact laid by Indish Kumar. So this is also the concern for the Congress. Gujarat and Himachal Pradesh elections at hand. They're trying to polarize the vote, but I think they will not succeed. Now the Prime Minister is touring to visited the place of Badrinath and Kedarnath. So already he said that this is our the pride, this is our culture. We should have all the protect. He never said against any religion, but as a Hindu, he had gone there. He visited the place. He has every right. If Mr. Ahmadullah and Mr. Zakir Hussain, like previous, can go the Hajj, so what's the problem? The Prime Minister Narendra Modi visited the Kedarnath, Badrinath, and Kashi Vishwanath and Ujjain. I think nobody should see politics in this type of matter. This is a personal right according to Constitution. Everybody has a right to protect their religion, their rights. So this is a say. This politics will not go far more than now. One story of the longest story. I was just covering Rajya Sabha proceeding, the upper house of the Bharatiya Parliament, and the speech of Shivraj Patil that time he was minister. He say that this earth is already covered by three corners by the water. The three share one of the fourth is only land, the earth, and the rest are the water. So there is no scarcity, paucity of water in the world. Should not be. So that water should be used for the drinking. So whatever agitation, the movement for the water save and others, this is a farce. This should not be taken seriously. So we can they're mapping the mind of Mr. Shivraj Patil, how he is intelligent and sharp, because he is in Congress. So we can understand. Already made the controversy of the changing the dress in every hour. He has been disciple of the Sai Baba, Purti Sai Baba. Again, he was saying that he is a reincarnation of Sai Baba. So there's so many stories of the so many leaders, but whatever Congress is doing, saying and backtracking, the same last time the comment against the President Murmu, how did Raj commented on that after the party he sidelined himself from the comment is maybe his personal comment. So this is very sad stories for the Congress, sad day for the Congress, how it's trying to appease the Muslim, but now Muslim are also not going to with their side with the all appeasement. But most of the Muslim has now came to know the Modi government is not against the Muslim. They are doing the development. If you see the data since 2014 to till date, most maximum financial support to the minority committee and Muslim is from the Modi government. This is the fact. But nobody say due to this petty politics. Really nonsense for the country. Fact is fact. Even Prime Minister Modi always said, if you want to protest me, just corner me, we are ready, but please save the country for the advocate for the country. What's the problem in that? So this is the problem of the opposition. So time of break, and after break we'll talk about the listress, how how and why she resigned. As earlier I was for 2 weeks in the UK, and I've seen and talked to many member of House of Lords and House of Commons. What your reaction, the Labour Party, Conservative, Liberal Democrats, how they are going to shape in the country, how are they going to depend on the Bharat, India, how the free trade agreement is going to be made, and how Boris was in support and Liz Truss was not. So there's a story. So time of break, and after break we'll come again with the new story. Welcome to the break. Just we're talking about the listress. Listress, really 47-year-old, or only 44 days she was in PM chair. Left the economic in doldrums in her wake. The record of shortest stint as prime minister was previously held by George Canning, who served 119 days till his death on August 8, 1827. So we can understand the turmoil in the between. Shortest stint. This why and what for? The turmoil in the British political scene, and it has been 2 months since Boris Johnson resigned. The Prime Minister Liz Truss replaced him on September 6th. Has quit the post already. Truss resignation came close to the heels of 2 departures from the cabinet since last week. Kwasi Kwarteng was removed as finance minister on October 14 to be replaced by Jeremy Hunt. Home Secretary Soila Braverman resigned on October 19, citing a technical mistake while sending an email and flaming concern was the direction of the government. So there were so many reasons, and I can just analyze the so many factors. Soon after he resumed the office, Truss brought a mini budget, moved that many term as the Trussonomics. The new policy features several unfunded tax cuts and would have cost the UK economy 48 billion GBP worth of taxes. The backlash over the disastrous policy forced Truss to fire Finance Minister Kwasi Kwarteng and bring in Jeremy Hunt in her state. But all back nearly all of the changes brought about the mini budget within a month of his announcement. The 45 billion GBP tax cut package sent the markets in the TC and sparked the widespread selling, prompting the Bank of England to step in and buy government debt worth 65 billion pounds to stop some of the pension funds in this country from collapsing. The impact of policy will send the pound sterling crashing to a record low against the US dollar. The news of policies into the pound sterling trading at 1.289 dollar. So we can understand. So the 47-year-old Liz Truss short-term stint as saw inflation UK rise to 40 years high as citizens deal with the growing cost of living. The consumer price index rose to 10.1% in September, according to Office of National Statistics. The figure matched the CPI figure of July under Boris Johnson leadership. The CPI dipped marginally to 9.9% in August, but Truss failed to maintain downward momentum. Another reason that forced Truss out of office was the rising energy bills. The UK average household expenditure on power was forecast to rise to 3,500 pounds sterling in October and a spiral of the 5,000 GBP next year. The average household power was 1,000 GBP last winter. The opposition also mounted pressure on several policy failures during Liz Truss' short stint. Labour Party leader Keir Starmer said, after 12 years of Tory failure, the British people deserve so much better than this revolving door of chaos. In the last few days, the Tories have set record high taxation, trashed the institution, and created a cost of living crisis. Now, they have crashed the economy so badly that people are facing £500 a month extra on their mortgages, the damage they have done the years fixed. Election by October 28 to today's 21st. So listed registration 44 days. The Conservative Party had sent is scrambling to find candidates to replace her. According to 1922 committee chairman Dr. Graham Brady, details of the re-election process will be put out soon. A 1922 committee on the Conservative Private Members Committee in Tory's parliamentary panel, but now the polls are scheduled to conclude by October 28. 4 years, three prime minister. So we can understand. And the next one will look fifth prime minister. The election held 2019 again. It will be the election 2025. The Conservative Party now the appeal task for filling the PM post given above divisions. According to party rules, two candidates can be put forward for the membership unless one candidate is remaining. The incoming PM will also enable task of bringing back on the track the country's economy, which is starting at a recognition. Our Rishi Sunak and one the replaced UK PM Liz Truss was among the Tory MPs as crisis news report, and he has already lost the trust by nearly 20,000 votes. He was the front runner. He's 42 years old. Sunak was served the Chancellor of Exchequer under Boris Johnson, quit after his popularity took a hit following a Partygate scandal that involved a breach of COVID rules and hosting lockdown parties of government official. Johnson, I'm talking about Johnson, he was one of the officials fined by the London police. So, Penny Mordaunt, also the former defense secretary among the hardcore pro-Brexit MPs, she threw up the tough challenge to Sunak and Truss in the PM polls, but lost in the final two-place turnoff. So, CBB also candidate Mordaunt first contested unsuccessfully for the Portsmouth North constituency in 2005. However, 2010 she swung the votes in her favor. She was re-elected in the 2015, 17, and 19. The 49-year-old is currently serving leader of the House of Commons and Lord President of the Council. And Jeremy Hunt, former health and former minister, brought in the fight as the Chancellor of the Exchequer of the Liz Truss fired, watching the 55-year-old Liz Truss tax cut immediately after resuming office, causing massive embarrassment to the PM. They moved prompted the opposition to turn the Tories. The Hunt was the de facto Prime Minister of UK. MP from Southwest Surrey has mentioned he does not want a top government job. And however, he has entered two previous races of become the Prime Minister of UK. In 2019, the 55-year-old lost the final round to Boris Johnson. Apparently, Hunt does not enjoy the support of a large group of lawmakers in Parliament. So, Van Wallace and Boris Johnson again maybe, but it's also the for the economic regions that he had to resign. So maybe I think Rishi Sunak may come in the picture. So most of the Tory MPs like him, He may be the person to come to track the economy of UK as the more expert understand. So we'll understand how Mr. Sunak will be the winner. Time will say, but now again the lobbying is started, and this is a matter of 7 days. We'll see who will be the next Prime Minister of UK. How the UK is changing, facing challenges on the economic fronts. Great task for any incoming Prime Minister. Thank you very much. Just you listen the our thoughts and news, and we come with the latest news. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.